Hi and welcome to lesson 38. Obviously we're a fair way down the track, and yet I think this is one of the lessons where the value of video is really high, because this gives me the chance to talk to you about what I think about what's going on here, and to impart to you what I think are the keys to living a successful life. So you may want to do the lesson first and then have a look at this video. I know maybe you won't, so we'll kick off from here. This lesson's about intimacy, and in my view, intimacy is one of the great motivators in life. And I don't mean you would use intimacy to motivate yourself. What I'm saying is that without knowing it, we are motivated by the desire for intimacy, just as much as we are scared by it. So here's what I think happens. When you look at addicts, what you'll see is that they are developing an intimate relationship with an inanimate object. Could be cigarettes, could be alcohol, could be chocolate, whatever. And the thing I've noticed in my work, in working with addicts, is that the addict refers to the addictive substance or activity, by the way, so it could be workaholic, shopaholic. They refer to it in personal terms. So, going shopping is almost as if there's another person there. Alcoholics, will talk to the bottle. Cigarette smokers will give the cigarettes names, and so heroin addicts don't call heroin by its proper name. Only the police and us do that. Heroin addicts refer to heroin by names such as horse, lady, white lady, all those kind of things. And so you sum all of that up, and what you'll see is that, in my view at least, that they're having an intimate relationship with the addictive substance or activity. And the reason behind that is that they can control the level of intimacy. So the addict will only go to the bottle to a certain degree. Now, I know there's a heap of stories about getting paralytic and all the rest of it. However, they're choosing time. So most alcoholics are undiagnosed. Easier to talk about people addicted to nicotine. You'll see that the names of individual reference to the cigarettes, such as nails, sticks, all that kind of stuff. The reality of it is that they create moments of intimacy that the user can control in terms of frequency of use, degree of use, whatever. And the big thing is that these things don't kick back immediately. So most addicts are in fact wonderful people who are frightened of intimacy, and so instead of choosing a human to be intimate with, which opens us up for all kinds of emotional damage, they choose something which will do damage limited to, say, physical or mental. Very few addictions create the level of emotional damage that other people can. I know there's emotional damage, but what I'm talking about here is choosing between something which is known and something which is unknown. And so intimacy, I think, is one of the great drivers in life, and it behooves us all to look at it very carefully, take time with it, and understand it's our craving and yet our fear of intimacy that motivates most of the things that we do. So this lesson is huge, and I recommend that what you do is go for a walk and meditate on the idea. And by meditate, I don't mean sit and say I mean just think about the times when you've let a relationship deliberately go to rack and ruin, the times when you've stepped away from getting closer to somebody, the times when someone's got close to you and you've lashed out. Is that really not about them and more about you and your fear of getting close, because of the likelihood that the next thing that's going to happen is that you'll be hurt? Time for some deep introspective thinking. Talk to you next week.